Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by. Waking up a lot lighter after getting all that information out in the world and starting to share all this. I can start sharing some of our workflow and stuff a little more effectively now and explain what's going on and our workflow and what we're going to be doing to address this moving forward. So this morning, I just want to talk about surface grinding and what's going on over here. We picked out our low-hanging fruit from the GSO 5.1s, and now I'm down to some of those things that, if you look at some of our recent materials inconsistencies videos, all of these parts just have a really slight banana bow in them that I believe is material strain related that just didn't come out during the annealing processing. So all of these just have a persistent slight bow in them. I've got them walked down just oversized, so I'll talk about that in a minute, but I just want to walk through here and explain what we're going to be doing here. So we've got some more GSO 4.5 bushcrafts in MagnaCut, GSO 4.5 standards in MagnaCut, 4.7s. We've got some of these working through finishing, but I'm going to pick through our lowest hanging fruit here first, and then the things that are a little more time consuming we'll swing back around for as we're doing other things. And that's what I want to explain to people in this video this morning, that we're not sidestepping any of these open orders. It's just some of this other progress is a lot easier and faster, and that keeps the shop moving while I pay attention to some of these things that require more time. That in itself wouldn't trip us up, and picking out the material voids as I see them alone wouldn't trip us up. But those two things together, it's a little more difficult, but I've learned to deal with it. It's just in the face of the decarburization thing, where having a whole batch of materials wiped out on top of all these things that really messed us up. So I'm going to explain some of this here this morning, and I hope this starts making a little more sense. We're just going to keep discussing it and just have a open, transparent conversation about this. So this morning, what I'm doing is taking these 5.1s and just working out this little bit of persistent banana bow that's going on in here, just so that we have flatter parts. So I'm going to be working through here while I've got the finish wheel on yet. We're going to be grabbing the last stacks of those that are really close to finish size and just getting that little bit of curl out of them that just persists in all the parts. It's all the same direction because we nest them all the same way in the sheets. And so we're going to be working more of those through so we can keep bevel grinding going and shipping going on those. And later today, we'll do an update over on the other side of the wall. We've got lots of assembly and shipping going on with 5.1s and GSO 4s right now. I'm also going to do these. I got these walked down, flattened. So we got another small batch of these. Like I said, we had to learn how to make these to our high standards once the other company wasn't able to follow through. We paid a lot of money and had an expectation based on promises somebody was going to make this, and they said they could, but they couldn't. So we're getting this taken care of, and I'm putting the time in to make sure we're getting these batches out as quickly as possible while maintaining our high standards. What I'd like to share here is why some of this other stuff is going faster. So of our whole sample batch of these EDC 4s and K890, and I'm expecting the Udahome LMAX to be very similar, most all these parts were within a tolerance of dead flat. So those can skip right to the grinding table. They don't need flattening, nothing. So I just started looking at these GSO 4s, 4.5s rather, and EDC 4s, and realized that I can just go straight from heat treat to grinding, and that's showing me that's a very consistent homogeneous material. There's not much stress or anything in the sheets and subsequently in the parts, so that's just where this progress has been going faster, and that's a good thing because it keeps the rest of the shop moving while I pay attention to some of these more needy types of things. So that's my position on that, and that's why I'm just saying this is a bit faster. So I expect this trend to continue, even with how FedEx Freight handled these and bent up some of our sheets trying to stack pallets. These parts are coming out really nice. The only out of these batches here, we've already got some moving through finishing, so the ratio here is amazing. These were all within a tolerance of dead flat, and then these are just what wasn't quite flat, and I'll show you here the amount is tiny. So there's just a little bit of follow-up work to get those right where these are. So that's just less time consuming and more consistent. And then a lot of these are exactly the same way. They're almost all dead flat in these 4.5 standards. So that's easy progress. So to keep the other MagnaCut orders and things moving through here at the same pace, we're gonna go through here, sift through these, cherry pick what's the easiest, and work that through with these. So we're delivering new orders in a really, really fast time frame, as well as old orders as quickly as possible. Anything that's taking me more time, if you guys are liking these other items, that gives us the ability to just spend a little more time with this, and I'm gonna keep videoing it and showing you what's going on, and then the part condition as all of this moves through finishing. I'm hoping most of this is void free, but you know, so far the one batch of 5.1s, we had about 20% defect rate. The 5.5s and 5.3s, that was about a 10% defect rate so far. So I'm hoping in filming this that I don't need to keep quietly sending parts back and just quietly eating poo here. And I just want to be transparent with you guys, because these are the things that affect our profitability. And when I have to eat hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of just bad parts due to things that I didn't do, that's a problem. That's our growth. That's our ability to hire. That's our ability to have more customer service. All these things where we're eating complete loss quietly to maintain relationships, it hurts our relationship with you and our ability to serve you. So I'm just going loud with this, and we're all going to talk about it. If you feel that this isn't fair, please call them and tell them your feelings on this. Just look at the videos and hear what I'm saying, and look at the issues in the videos. And if you think this isn't right, just reach out and let them know. Because if we are able to be made whole even partially on some of these issues, we wouldn't be struggling right now. This is a very, very bad look for small business and how they interact with us. This isn't a heat treat thing, a Delta protocol thing, nothing. It's materials consistencies. We have high temper stuff here and low temper K890, and both protocols, they're flat. So that's just showing that's good, homogeneous, stress-free material right from the factory. And now that I know that that's not the case sometimes with these MagnaCuts and different things from Crucible, we're gonna start handling it a bit differently and see if we can get some of this more dialed in, knowing what their shortcomings are. But I really think the big solve here is to handle some of this at the mill and tighten up some of these controls in the processes. I'm just gonna answer another question here real quick. Some folks had feelings about they're seeing GSO 5.5s and 5.3s wrapping up. I'm sorry, I'm a bit all over the place here this morning. There's a lot going on this table. Just know, we had already cut this material out. We weren't expecting this massive issue. So, you know, in a conspiracy to do better for better tomorrow, we were cutting out future stuff. So I can't now turn this into anything else. So I've got to push this through production. This is cost that I have out. So we're trying to realize a return on that and, you know, get orders out and make people happy like we were already planning on. So if these hadn't already been cut, I would have diverted these sheets for these models to other things. You know, to keep 5.1s going, we thought we were going to have a warranty response to this decarb issue because we didn't do that. Like I said in my other video, our insurance company said we had a claim. It's just the way the materials didn't work out, that should have been the responsibility of the other company. So we diverted some of our Vendetta 5.5 materials to keep 5.1s moving to 5.1s. So now that we didn't have warranty materials coming back in to replace that, that's on us to deal with that. So I hope you guys can understand our position here, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated as I work through all of this. We've got all of our GSO4 sheets, so we've got some of those moved through assembly, and we're just gonna get the rest of this batch done real quick and get this all caught up. So all the 4 GSO4s and a lot of GSO 5.1s are gonna start shipping out nowish, and as other sheets come, it's my intention to have the rest of this stuff done so that we're ready. And I wanna share with you just the time it's taking, what's going on in here, and we'll just keep you updated along the way. All right, so just know that we got this. If you like the work we're doing, we're gonna keep doing it, and we have the ability to dig out of this situation very, very quickly. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you again soon.